Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. The bottom left hand corner we have Shew starting as the red protoss. Upper right hand corner we have JF starting as the blue protoss. I'll comment on them in a second. First, SoCal Land 5 is coming up, sponsored by Green Forest eCafe Day 9, and I will be doing live commentary, live Korean Pro Gaming Boost. It's going to be awesome in Ventura. Check it out at teamliquid.net in the SC2 tournament section. Please RSVP if you're going to come. Otherwise, latest podcasts on YouTube, weekly Starcraft show, Scoots and Senum, no commentator, trying to figure out. Go check him out, enjoy his stuff. Mole Trap gets the shout out as always. I'm going to do a goofy commentary for Joe.2, coming up for Joe of Joe.2. It's just going to be some goofy things like Doodle God. That'll probably be my next commentary coming up. If you guys enjoy that and enjoy when I kind of screw around. Anyway, getting to the match itself, wanted to get everything out there at the front. SoCal Land, the big important one though. Please RSVP. It's free to watch, but $15 for free gamer t-shirt, and I think there's reserved seats basically, so you can sit down if you're watching. And it's going to be an awesome event, and I would appreciate if people actually put money towards Green Forest because they are eating a lot of cash for that. And yeah, going to be awesome in general. So Pylon on standard timing 989. From JF. JF, of course, the winner of the TSL, I think in 2007. Pretty much the last great Canadian Protoss player. Probably maybe one of the best of all time as far as him and Testy, really the big notables. Huge rival of guys like Noonie, just amazing player. Looks like he's going to open up with a gate on 14 supply, and he's now placing his gas on 15 supply. You're going to see the same thing from Shew. Shew is no slouch himself, really upstanding guy. Alex Raymond, aka Ray Dog, he will actually be, well, I hope he'll make the round of 32 for the SoCal Land 5 actually, so look for him. You do see a degree of creativity on Blistering Sands, which is the map we're seeing here, because yeah, you can place, that's why they're placing these pylons here. You have the destructible rocks, so you do have to keep an eye out. Both players being very wise in placing that, so they have some sort of view just in case there was some sort of early rush. Looks like JF sent out a probe just about the same time as Shew did, and both players have identical build orders up to this stage. Cybernetics core a little bit further forward though for Shew than it is for JF, and I actually like that better because the Cybernetics core can be a key building, and I think it's better to have it in kind of a more defensive posture. JF with his gateway a little bit further forward overall though. So just to give the map overview while these guys are doing a little bit of harassment against one another and while they're just kind of winding up into their build order, you've got this natural expansion, of course, and leading down not much territory. You got to have map control essentially to go past this. Two Zelnaga watchtowers in the middle. Upper left hand corner you have that gold expansion, but again it's down a ramp. There's a lot of territory out of the way, so you need to make sure you control some degree of the middle of the map. The middle of the map's actually a nice little contusion area. You've got this little bit of reed right there where there's no spotting, a huge nice pit fight area in the middle, and then otherwise you've got another little kind of non-hidden area down to the right, and then more expansions down here. So, and there's the reeds across that corner, but yeah, usually you'll see kind of a lot of control area, and you can see the entire area with that Zelnaga watchtower, which is why it's actually really key and very intelligent right here of Shew sending out a very quick probe to kind of get a good look even early on. And if he can control that for a long period of time, that's really going to suit him, give him an advantage. Sorry for a little bit of lag here in the game. And Shew being very clever in this match. Looks like he's going to place down actually 4 gateways hidden on the corner right off the bat. In the meantime, JF is just kind of, it looks like he's doing more of a standard build order. He's actually opening up 3-gate Stalker, it looks like, and he's going to grab a warp gate to start. One thing about Starcraft 2, he's also got that sentry up. One thing about Starcraft 2 versus the original Starcraft is it's a lot, there's no defender's advantage. If you have a spot uphill, you can defend it, so Protoss actually have a pretty sizable advantage on ramp maps because they have those sentries where, sorry about the frame rates once again, they can actually drop the force fields right there on the ramp. But I like this maneuver by Shew. As soon as that probe is ushered out, he's going to go for a quick adjustment attack, actually going 5 gateways and some stalkers to support. I'm not sure he can actually financially support. He's really going all in with this, going to put a ton of gateways out. In the meantime, it looks like JF going 4 gateways himself. He is pumping mostly sentries here and going for a little bit different unit composition than Shew is. Shew's already got a couple stalkers out. He's ignoring the sentries altogether because he's very likely going to go just straight on the offensive, and it looks like he's got a warp gate out, several warp gates out himself, and just kind of been supply capped himself in the meantime. But it's not going to hurt him all that much if he just runs out and attacks right now, because essentially he doesn't need to add on any more pylons if he's losing units. And a proxy pylon trying to be built in the middle. Looks like JF was trying to do the same. He's going to spot up here. That probe's going to get knocked out, and that's actually key, because that probe's not going to be able to continue to build pylons, but that Stalker going to have to fall back in the meantime. And Shew actually needs to run up and expend a couple of these units here in the meantime. Running out of supply cap, but now JF sees that those units are warping in, and Shew might have revealed his hand a little bit. Actually, he did not. He planted those 4 units, not showing that he actually has 5 active gateways versus the 4, but JF is definitely expecting more of an aggressive attack. As far as just a flat unit composition, let's take a look. It looks like they're both basically dead even. JF a little bit ahead in the unit count. It looks like Shew is going to go for an aggressive maneuver across the destructible rocks in this back corner, and this is really going to be a decisive fight right here. Whoever wins this fight, essentially, is going to be able to take the natural expansion, is going to have a death throttle for the rest of the game. Moving up, oh, beautiful, beautiful force fields right there by JF, actually trapping one of the Stalkers underneath. Looks like Shew trying to counter a little bit with some force fields of his own, but not happening. His Zealots getting blocked out. Had too many Zealots in that fight, so it looks like JF is going to win, but actually very intelligent on Shew's part, not committing too many units. He's still going to put up pressure, and JF actually in the red. That was so a little bit of a, not a blunder here, but going to hurt him a little bit, because that pylon, he didn't build an extra pylon to kind of deal with those losses, and now he's actually trying to defend at 2 locations at once. Shew actually running straight up the ramp, catching JF out of position. He's going to end up losing another pylon, which is once again going to supply cap him, so very nice on Shew's part, making essentially harassing where he can. And what this is going to allow him to do with that, even with that little bit of supply harass, is that's going to put JF on the defensive. It's going to force him to try to, looks like he's going to be rebuilding pylons everywhere. Let's see if Shew goes in for another attack, killing another. Yeah, he's going to try to knock these pylons out once again. Let's see if he's going to be able to pick them off. He's able to pick one off. JF really needs to build these towards the back of his base, not the front. He's trying to use it for scouting, but really he needs to leave his Zealot back there, something like that. That's really going to hurt him. In the meantime, Shew is going to take his natural expansion, knows he has the aggressive advantage, knows he's knocked a couple pylons down, and is playing really, really well, really, really aggressively at this stage. Looks like JF is maintaining supply here, but yeah, this is definitely a big shift for Shew. Keep in mind, he does have 1 gateway up on JF, but really knocking those pylons is the deciding factor in this map. Looks match thus far. JF actually feeling a little bit nervous here. It looks like he's going to be more aggressive, planting additional gateways to try to even up the kind of unit count, try to get something aggressive to follow. And JF doing a good job picking off units here and there. And I think that actually might have given the advantage. A little bit of late force field there by Shew, but still some nice rapid action. Looks like the army is almost identical here. It looks like JF does have a slight probe advantage, but that's going to disappear as soon as that natural expansion is up and running, as long as Shew maintains macro. So a couple more pylons, looks like a lot of warp gates up, and now JF has an opportunity to get aggressive. Shew actually should back off with his attack force. Taking down another pylon though, not going to make it, actually no, I take it back. Puts JF back in the red, but JF does have more pylons to account for this, and that's several pylons that JF has lost, and Shew's done a fantastic job with that harassment back and forth. But again, yeah, I think Shew should start moving into a defensive posture. He's definitely had a smaller army. Nice shielding right there, catching more of his units than I think JF is. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more blocked off, and he still has a couple more Zealots than JF is, but it looks like JF backing off just a little bit more out of position. Nice positioning by Shew overall, I gotta say, in that defense shield was huge, particularly against such a heavy Stalker army. Those shields are absolutely critical, and more attack. Shew actually doing a great job giving expansion up, continuing to put